I want to talk about book movies. I'm sure there's a better term for that. Books turned into movies. What my problem is why make a movie based off of a book if you're going to stray so far from the source material that it's not even a fucking book anymore? For example, Preacher. I'm watching it right now, and I will continue to watch it, which, of course, I can't complain about it if I'm going to put myself through torture. But I love Preacher. I read the whole series. It's very funny, gritty, and just awesome. Really. It really is. And I recommend it. But the fucking show is going, every episode, going farther and farther away from what it actually was. And I don't get it. I don't understand. The only way I can make sense of it is if you, as a creator of the content, want to kind of change the storyline so the people who used to be fans, and I mean used to be because you're fucking ruining it, don't know what's about to happen. So you change a story, and now everybody can be in the dark about this. No, don't do that. We love the story. Make that story. I do understand some things don't translate into film. For example, in a book, you can describe a room to the fucking T. I walked into a room, and the smell was of roses, and there was the light coming from the chandelier had an orange glow that made me feel that, whatever. You can describe a room to the fucking T, but in a movie, it's just a room, and I get that. Some things don't translate. But why change the story that you are making because there's a fan base that loves the story? Why do that? I don't get it. Stop it. Stop. And while I'm at it, sequels and remakes, fucking stop it, okay? My problem with the remakes are that you try to remake something that either doesn't need to be remade, or you completely lose the allure and the thing that made it great in the first place. One big problem I have is with sequels. You make a movie that's so great and everyone loves it. Oh, great. Now let's make another one. Okay, now, before you do, make sure you don't do what you've already done in the movie that you just made. You know, hey, let's not make the same movie twice and turn all the jokes up to 11. I've seen that in so many movies. For example, the Grown Ups movie. Now, I know it's not the greatest movie in the world, but I enjoyed it. It kind of had a cool vibe to it. It just felt like some dudes hanging out, which it kind of was, since it's just Sandler and his friends hanging out making a movie. But they took all the same jokes and put it in the second one. In the first one, there's a scene where they pee in the pool, or one person pees in the pool and it turns blue. In the second one, they all pee in the pool and the whole pool turns blue. That's a funny joke, because it worked the first time. Let's turn it up to 11. No! Stop it! Now, I just saw Finding Dory, and one thing I liked about the movie is that it didn't do what it already had. It had a couple nods to the original with the seagulls flying over and everything, and my kind of thing. But it didn't really touch on all the old jokes that they did. Now, I don't feel like it was as good as the first. At the end of the first one, I cried, basically, and wanted to call my dad. At the end of this one, I was like, oh, she's happy and has a family now. I can't remember what I was saying because I don't script this. And that's my problem, and I apologize if I'm completely rambling, but that's the point of these videos, is for me to go, ah! And you go, ooh, okay, he's going, ah! But movie books, I don't get it. I want someone to explain to me. And yes, I do understand that some things, the movie business is a business. You have to make money, so you make a movie that's kind of dumbed down version of the storyline, and maybe that way it has a wider audience. It's dumbed down. It's changing. You are going so far away from the source material that there's not this. It's not the book anymore. You should title the movie loosely inspired by the book, insert here. Not the name of the book, and then you just, yeah. Big example is DayZ. That movie has absolutely nothing to do with the book, and that book is amazing. The audiobook's even better. I highly recommend it. That's how I listen to it. And each chapter is done by different people. Alan Alda does a chapter. I mean, for fuck's sake. But I want someone to explain to me why it strays so far. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. It really doesn't. You have a fan base. You also have this other fan base that hasn't even seen or read those books, so now they're being introduced to that. Why stray from it? I don't get it, and I'm rambling, and I feel like crying now, and I want someone to explain it to me. Please, Just explain. Other than the fact that Hollywood is fucking stupid. Goodbye.